Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is the sprint race ahead of the 2023 United States Grand Prix. If you are a Formula 1 fan, if you are new to the stream as well, please do drop me a like and get yourself subscribed. I'm trying to get to 500 subs before the end of the season. That'll be about 10 per race if we can do it. 5 races to go. And yeah, late night sprint race settings in Texas. Let's go. We're on for a 19-lap race. We will start 11 p.m. UK time. So we've got a bit of build-up, talk about what happened in the 2 qualifying sessions that we've had so far this weekend. We obviously have Friday night qualifying, and then we had this afternoon the sprint race qualifying as well. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. Buzzing for this one, actually. Mainly because Lewis is looking quick, you know, and I fancy it. I fancy that Lewis is going to give this a damn good effort, you know, not only tonight, but tomorrow in the proper Grand Prix as well. He just looks on form. The car's looking better. All of a sudden, the Mercedes with the new floor, it's just come with a different attitude. And I back Lewis and Mercedes for a strong result. This weekend. I feel like he's on it. But yeah, welcome in, Kim. Welcome to the stream. I know it's a late night session, so there probably won't be many in tonight. But the proper Grand Prix itself will be 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Hopefully get a few in for the main event tomorrow. But cheeky little sprint race tonight. And they're already forming up on the grid. But yeah, race starts about 11 p.m. But yeah, weird weekends, these sprint weekends. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of it. Keep it simple. Friday practice, Saturday qualifying, Sunday race, you know. Why mess with that? It's been like that for 75 years. Why mess with it? But if they're putting on a show, you best believe I'm live for it. If they're doing it, I'm here for it. And it was so close in qualifying as well. You know, it's your man Max at the front for the sprint, but only just like by 0.5 of a second. In fact, the top 3 in qualifying was separated by 1/10 of a second. In fact, top 4, I think, for Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton and Norris were within 1/10 of each other in qualifying. I mean, 1/10 of a second. It's like, boom, it's not even that. You know what I mean? When you think, you know, you say these numbers, you know, you probably hear me say, oh, 1/10 of a second's worth, but think about how close that is. It's extremely close at the front. So it is Verstappen who will lead him away in about 25 minutes' time. But only just, man. Only just. And the thing is, he got a lap deleted yesterday. So Verstappen starts 6th tomorrow for the Grand Prix. Oh, they're having an interview with Rory McIlroy, who's invested in Alpine. Let's see what he's going to say. So if you don't know, the big sort of headline coming into this weekend is that there's another 4 or 5 celebrities invested in Alpine F1 team. Rory McIlroy is one of them. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold's another. I think Patrick Mahomes is another one. I don't know him, but I think he's a big NFL. You know, he's a quarterback. I think he's a quarterback in the NFL. But yeah, Alpine recruiting celebrity investment left, right, and centre. I don't know really what to make of it. I don't know if it's a sign that Alpine want to try and back out and slowly sell the team piece by piece, or is it a sign that Alpine mean business and they're getting as much investment as they can and they're going to go all in the next couple of years, and they've told these celebrities, listen, we're going to be fighting for championships in 3 or 4 years, get on board now. I don't know. I think it could go either way. I'm a bit suspicious about it. You know what I mean? A Renault group. See, Alpine really is Renault. A Renault looking at F1 and thinking, should we back away from this and let the celebrities take it over piece by piece until eventually they own nothing and it just becomes celebrity F1 team? I don't know, man. It could be the first hint of that. Or it could just be that they want to be massive. Yes, Barry, welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome in for a late night sprint. Look at how steep it is up to the first corner. I think that camera angle makes it look even worse. You'd only know by being there when you can't really tell from TV how steep that is into turn one, but I don't think it's as steep as how it looks on the TV there. Because that just looks like a vertical hill. Like it looks like a crazy angle. It can't be that steep. But it is pretty steep up into turn one. Pierre Gasly, P9. Yeah, Gasly 9th on the grid. Would you rather it celeb backing or oil backing? I'd rather the team just neither. In a word. I think the celebrity thing is a bit of a gimmick. And the oil industry's at its day. That will be on a big decline over the next 10, 20 years. But yeah, the answer to that is neither, Kim. But it is a weird one from Alpine because it's so random as well. A professional golfer, a movie star, an NFL American footballer, a Premier League player. Why? And then is it Chris Pratt, the guy that's the Wrexham guy? He's involved in it as well. He was the first one to jump on this Alpine project, the Alpine Celebrity Project. He was the first one, the Wrexham superhero movie American douche. He was the first one, and they all seem to be following in, but I mean, that Red Bull looking good, you know, with the Stars and Stripes special edition US Grand Prix livery that they've got. I think it's 3 teams with special liveries this weekend. Red Bull, Williams, and Haas as well. Haas obviously is their home race. Where are they lining up for today? 16th and 17th only, Hulkenberg and Magnussen. And homeboy, American boy, Logan Sargent, P20. And I think I'm right in saying Sargent's P20 for the sprint tonight and P20 for the Grand Prix tomorrow. Oh. Not looking good, is it? That's your home race as well. That's where you really want to perform. M-City back BMW. What's MC? What I want to see here, I want to see Leclerc go for the lunge in turn 1. I want to see Leclerc go full send in turn 1. Push Verstappen wide on the exit of turn 1 at the top of the hill. And Lewis takes them both. Yeah. Leclerc to go for the full dive bomb in turn 1 on Max. Pushes him off the track and Lewis just goes, cheers, bro. Slithers down the inside and takes the lead out of turn 1. That's what we want to see. Then we'll be in for a good race. If it's not Verstappen leading out of the first corner, we've got a good race on. Oh, these passenger rides, I'd love it, me. I'd be like, let me have a go. I'll take you round, Charles. I let them do a lap and then I'll do a lap, innit? I reckon it'd be scarier me driving him than him driving me. I'll be Larry with it. Are they all on the same tyres? I don't know that yet. Nobody knows that yet. When I know, I'll let you know. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. Until the tyre blankets come off, like 2 minutes before the race starts, and then we'll have a look. So I don't know on that one. We'll find out. But what is it? 19 laps. So it's 19 lap race. I don't know how long the soft's going to last. I imagine they'll go mediums. I imagine they'll go medium tyre because they won't want to do a pit stop. Maybe the hard is too conservative. Maybe the soft is not going to last a distance. So I'd guess they'll probably be on mediums, but I wouldn't bet my life on it. We'll see. It might be a mix. You might get some people risk a soft tyre and try and nurse it through. I don't know. What are they doing? What kind of a gimmick is this? They're doing like the Ferrari guys are taking the presenters round in Ferraris, and meanwhile they're trying to do that electric thing where you got. Oh my god! What are these features, man? They're scraping the barrel on the feature front there. Where are Ferrari on the grid? So Ferrari will be second and sixth. And Leclerc will be on pole for the race. So it could be a big weekend for Charles Leclerc, this. Leclerc could legit double victory this weekend. Leclerc could sweep up a double sprint, and I'd love to see it, actually. I'd love to see that, actually. Or a McLaren. Although I'd rather Norris win the Grand Prix, though. I'll give Leclerc the sprint. And Hamilton versus Norris for the Grand Prix victory tomorrow. That's what I'll have. That's what I'll order right now. Is it a cheese feast over there? Over where? At in Austin, Texas? I don't know. No, they're big on barbecue in it and all that. What you mean with me? Is it a cheese fest with me? No cheese tonight, mate. Oh, fest. Oh, cheese fest. Oh, I get what you mean now. Is it like all corny and that? Yeah, it always in America, man. Last year they did some. I don't know what they're gonna do this time, but last year they had some weird like driver announcement thing before the race started, where it was like some kind of NFL thing where they go like, and now 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, and then he like comes out, and then he comes jogging out of a tunnel with smoke and lights, and now the homeboy, the Spanish racer, 2-time world champion. I'm like, nah, man, leave it out. You know what I mean? The full like it's kind of like a little bit like a boxing walk on, kind of like a boxing walk on they did for the drivers like 20 minutes before the race started. That was last year. I don't know what they're planning tomorrow night, but we'll find out, won't we? I think it was Will I Am was doing it. I mean, to me, each to their own in it, but to me, it's just tragic cheese, mate. It's tragic, Kim. No, they have a laugh in it. You can't. I mean, you can't knock it. If you're there, it's funny, innit? It's a good atmosphere. You know what I mean? But it's a bit OTT. But you know what it's like. Jamie Chadwick on the Sky Sports team. Let's go. 3-time W Series champion. I don't think that series even runs anymore, does it? W Series. I think she's in IndyCar now, like the junior category for IndyCar. I think. But I don't think she's had the best season. When are we going to get a woman in F1? I saw that McLaren have signed up Bianca, what's she called? Bianca Bustamante into the driver academy. But then again, you can't just put a woman in because she's a woman. You've got to be good enough. But I'd love to see it. Like a woman get into F1 on merit. I'd love to see it. You can't just do it for the gimmick of it and then it's like embarrassing. That would just like, nah. But I'd love to see someone actually get there on merit and start mixing it up with the boys. I'd love to see it. Do you know what I mean? And Jamie Chadwick down the inside. I'd love it. But I don't know when though, innit? I've waited for a woman F1 driver for 15 years and I'm waiting still. I think Susie Wolf had a sniff at it. I think she had a free practice session or something about 7 or 8 years ago. But no one's ever really had a chance. Squeezed cheese, gluten-free. Yeah. Best believe, as soon as there's a female F1 driver, mate, I'll be there, all the merch. I'll back it all the way. But I might be waiting. I might be sat here 75 going, still waiting for it. Alexander Albon. Yeah, he's my guy, Alex Albon. You know what I mean? Like I am sort of neutral, but Albon's my guy. Albon and Piastri and Tsunoda, quite Yuki Tsunoda and Alonso as well. But Alonso's just OG in it. I've always liked Alonso, but. Yeah, damn right. So Albon will take points. It's points for the top 8 in the sprint as well. So you get 8 points for winning the sprint, down to 1 point for 8th place. So second gets 7 points, third gets 6 points all the way down. 8th place gets a single point. Wasn't that a Williams? What? Yeah, Susie Wolf. Yeah. I think she got a practice session at the British Grand Prix once, like, I'd guess like 2016. Around then. Could you imagine the grief she'd get? Nah, but she wouldn't though. Everyone had... Nah, that wouldn't happen in these days. Well, obviously you get some dickheads that'd be like that. But people who are, you know, not a knobhead would fully be up for it. I'd love to see it, me. But not just as a gimmick and then just chucking someone in at the deep end and then she's just finishing 20th every race and it's like 3 seconds off the pace. Nah, like, but surely, eventually, someone will get there by merit. You can't just chuck someone in just for the sake of it, but... We've seen a replay. Is this a replay of the start last year then? Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, Russell, it's Sainz in turn 1. I remember that. Oh, yeah. Russell got a bad reputation for that. I feel like some people think that Russell's a bit sort of gets involved in a lot of incidents, but I don't agree with that. But I feel like there is a chunk of F1 fans that think that George Russell's a bit of a liability. but I don't think so. Right, race starts in 7 minutes. I'm up for it. I want to see the Charles Leclerc, just to reiterate, I want to see the Charles Leclerc lunge into turn 1. And I want to see Leclerc and Verstappen on an elbows out one, pushing each other off, and then Lewis just on a swift. Whew, see in a bit. That's what I'm booking myself in for. That's what I want to see. But it's close, man. It is close, you know. Max is there now being interviewed, and you know he's saying it. It's genuinely like to someone who's just going to see the highlight, like the headlines and that. You're just going to see Verstappen pole, and just think, oh, again. But that doesn't really tell the story. Verstappen could have easily lined up here P4. What are you drinking? No, nothing. I'm at work at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Soon as I click end stream, it's bed for me. 10-hour shift tomorrow, lovely. And then come home, I literally get in, and then like half an hour later, I'm on air again. I'm here again. Soon as I get in tomorrow as well, bang, sit here, and the Grand Prix on. So, yeah, full on. So tomorrow night maybe. Tomorrow night after the race tomorrow night, then we can chill out then. I'm off for a couple of days then. We chill out then. But it's orange juice till then, Kim. Got a newer phone and the screen's so sensitive. What phone you got? I need a new phone. I'm still rocking like an iPhone 8, I think it is. I need a new phone, but then I know if I got a new phone, I know that I'd just drop it and smash it in the first week, and I'd just be like, "Fuck this." I know I'd smash it in week 1, so I'd just hold on to a 10-year-old phone like. Because you'd have to be precious about it. That's the thing. I'm not precious about my phone. Because it's not worth anything. So I'm not precious about it. If I bought a new phone, oh. Don't scratch it. Oh. CBA. Right, anyway. We're getting into it. We're getting down to it. iPhone 7. Yeah, I'm on them vibes. It's a 7 or 8. I don't know. Yeah. That's what I've got. About 2015, I think. I bought it second hand as well, so get in. Balling out here. Big money. Right, let's go. Right, who is going to win this? I want to see the Leclerc lunge, mate. If I get what I've ordered, I'll be buzzing. Oh, turn it up for the theme tune. Oh, a cheeky little Saturday night sprint race. Let's have it. 19 laps of the Circuit of Americas coming right up. Yes. Drop me a like, guys, if you are in the stream. Get yourself subscribed as well if you're not. Because I will be live for not only this race tonight, tomorrow night, and the other 4 races that close the season. We've got actually a busy schedule. This is the first race of a triple header. So we have got Mexico next weekend and Brazil the weekend after that. Then I think there's a weekend break, and then it is Vegas and Abu Dhabi to round out the season by the end of November. Think about last race is about 27th of November, something like that. And then, yeah, answers on a postcard for what we do with the channel until next March. But content might get a bit thin on the ground until we get to about February, winter testing, game on again. But yeah, let's go. This was refurbished with Amazon. It still costs 98 quid. Yeah. Right, here we go. Then this is the grid. Logan Sargent, P20. Yuki Tsunoda, P19. It's Valtteri Bottas, P18. Kevin Magnussen in the Haas, P17. It's Nico Hulkenberg who will line up P16. Zhou Guan Yu in the Alfa Romeo, P15 on the grid. Lance Stroll, P14, a little bit of an improvement. 14th on the grid for Stroll, 13th for Esteban Ocon, 12th for Fernando Alonso. George Russell's got a grid penalty, so he's down to 11th on the grid. Daniel Ricciardo lines up alongside Pierre Gasly, P10, P9 respectively. Alexander Albon in the Williams, my guy, let's go. P8 for Alexander Albon. It's Sergio Perez who's going to line up P7. Carlos Sainz who's going to line up P6 in the Ferrari. Then we've got Piastri, young superstar, P5. Norris, P4, Lewis Hamilton, P3. I fancy his chances today and tomorrow. Leclerc on the front row. But here's your man, the reigning champion, the three-time world champion, Max Verstappen, who will lead us away from pole. But I hope and I pray that he does not have an easy sprint race today. The competition is breathing down his neck. Let's have a good race. Let's have a good one. We want drama, we want action, we want controversy. I do anyway. Chaos, carnage, and controversy. That's what I want. I'm a bit weird. Right, what tyres are they on? I'm going back to your question from half an hour ago, Barry. What tyres are we on, guys? We're about to find out. There you go. Everyone's on mediums, apart from Carlos Sainz, who's on the softs. So there you go. So, Sainz has pulled a madness out and gone, give me a set of softs. He's going to be... I tell you what, watch out for Carlos Sainz in the first half dozen laps. And then watch out for him in the last couple of laps, because he's going to fade badly. But I tell you what, Sainz could be rapid in the first 3 or 4 laps. So everyone on mediums apart from Sainz. So there's your question. Yeah, there you go. You just want excitement. Damn right. Damn right. You know what I mean? Back in the day when I was like teenager, I just wanted Lewis to win everything. I didn't care. But now, you know what I mean? I'm not emotionally invested in any of them. I'm emotionally invested in, let's have a competition. Let's see who's the best. And I don't want it easy for no one. Why? What's going on here? They're so spread out on the formation lap. It's a joke. There's absolutely nothing on side, so I'm glad you're on. Right, there you go, you see? I've come to save the day, Kim. I'll save the day. Now, as long as Max can get beat once, it'd be great fun. He's been beat a couple of times. Sainz won in Singapore. Piastri won the sprint a couple of weeks ago. What else? Perez won in April. You know what I mean? So he's beatable. It's rare, it's rare, you know, but it's happened. Hey, mind you, right, listen, Max is starting on pole here now. He starts 6th tomorrow. Well, no matter what happens here now, Max Verstappen starts the Grand Prix tomorrow from P6. So he's going to have to fight for it tomorrow. I hope he has to fight for it tonight, but he's damn right going to have to fight for it tomorrow. From P6, if he ends up winning tonight and tomorrow, oh my God! But you know, It is what it is, isn't it? But let's have the Leclerc lunge in turn one, Brev. Let's have the Leclerc lunge in turn one, my guy. Hey, I tell you what, Lewis is on the clean side of the grid as well. He could get a little rocket start, you know. Oh, here we go. Arsenal keeper saved the day. Was it 2-2 that? I don't know what United is. It was 1-1. Did it finish 1-1 United? It was 1-1 last I saw, 70 odd minutes. Right, come on. I don't see. That's how unbothered I am about United. I don't even know what score. I don't even know if they won, lost, or drew. I don't give a damn. Right, here we go. Because this is what it's all about for me, my lad. Sprint race, baby. Oh, I want to see the Leclerc lunge, please, 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 please. Oh, let's have a do. Let's have a do. Let's have a do. Let's have a go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 19 laps in Austin, Texas is about to get underway. It's a little bit embarrassing that the only American on the grid lines up last. Bruh. Like, you're the only American, bro, at the American Grand Prix. And you're lining up P20. It ain't good, is it? Right, here we go, 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 lad. Oh, go on, Leclerc. You better fucking full send it, lad. Come on, let's go, 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 go. Go on then, Charles. Go on then, Charles. You better game, lad. Look at Lando Norris. Oh, Charles is doing it. He's going for it. Oh, the Verstappen clings on. Hamilton's trying it round the outside. Oh, he tried pushing him. And look at this then. Hamilton's got P2 off Leclerc. They're still side by side as they enter the S's. Here we go. Left, right, left, right. It's like Maggers and Becky's, but Verstappen's easily got the lead. Hamilton up into P2. Leclerc down to third then. And then the McLaren of Lando Norris. Oh, I tell you what, Leclerc did try it, you know. Leclerc did try one. Leclerc tried one, but Verstappen holds on. See you tomorrow for the Grand Prix. Look at this, the three wide coming up the hill here. Alonso, Stroll, and Nico Hülkenberg. But it's Verstappen who leads Hamilton. And there goes the lunge from Carlos Sainz on Lando Norris into turns 12. Oh, look at this. Perez versus Piastri as well. But Perez can't get the move done. But Sainz with the dive bomb. Sainz has done Norris. Oh, he's on the soft tyres, isn't he? Sainz is on the softs, mate. That's why he's rapid. Oh, United won. Thank God for that. It's a life changer for me. Oh, I tell you what, look, Lewis is looking quick, mate. Lewis is looking quick, mate. Oh, Lewis is looking quick. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this. The two of them are gapping Leclerc. So you've got Verstappen who leads Hamilton by 0.6 of a second. Then a 2.7 second gap to Leclerc. I think if Sainz gets up behind Leclerc, they're going to have to switch the Ferraris round. And then Piastri's behind Norris. So we've got like Verstappen, Hamilton, and both Ferraris, both McLarens, and Perez stuck in P7, Russell's 8th, Gasly's 9th, and Albon rounds out Russell rounds out the points in P8. This is a sprint. Here comes Perez versus Piastri, then part 2. A lot of P's in that sentence. Here we go. Oh, Piastri's down the inside. Perez trying round the outside. That's extremely close. The last of the late breakers for Piastri holds on. He pushes Perez off the circuit and keeps the position. Piastri not making it easy for the Mexican. Piastri still holds on to P6 then, but under massive pressure. We're on board with George Russell, P8. You only get 1 point for being in P8, bro. You need to get a move on. Verstappen leads Hamilton by 1.2 seconds. Leclerc 3.5 behind. Then Sainz, Norris, Piastri, Perez, Russell, Gasly, Alexander, Albon rounds out the top 10. Then it's Ocon, Ricciardo, Stroll, Magnussen, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Zhou, Bottas and Sargent still last. As Perez, again, those three of them, Piastri, Perez and Russell, extremely close going up the hill to turn 1. And look at this, George Russell on the attack now. Perez is going to have to turn attack into defence. Yes, Jake, welcome in, bro. Whoo. Look at this. I'll tell you what, yeah. Lewis is holding on. Lewis is staying with Verstappen at the front. The gap's about a second dead. They're going to get DRS now. Man United had to win. Yeah. Come on there, Sergio. Here comes Perez again versus Piastri, part 3. Piastri goes defensive. Perez round the outside. Oh, but Piastri's later on the brakes and still keeps the position. Perez has got the switch back, though. Surely now. Oh, just about. Perez takes the position, but Piastri didn't make that easy. And now Russell's all over the back of Oscar Piastri. Well, it's a good race, this. Lap 3 of 19. And it's Russell versus Piastri. Russell's gone round the outside. That was extremely... That was elbows out and all the rest of it. Russell taking no prisoners there. Piastri is having to wrestle. Piastri wrestling that McLaren round. And Gasly's complaining about George Russell overtaking off the track. But nah, hey, I tell you what. Has Gasly got a bit of damage at the back of the car? Right, replay of the start. Look at this. It was the Leclerc. Oh, he nearly... Look at this. Oh, look. Oh, Lewis was off the track when he took P2, but... Ooh. Replay of the start on board with Oscar Piastri then. It's just a bad start, and wow. And Sainz gives Piastri a good old knock. And it's a great start from Lewis. Look at that. Round the outside, and yeah, he's off the track, but it's lap 1, bruv. You've got to give a bit of margin. When it's lap 1, you have to give a bit of leeway, is the word. You have to give a bit of leeway on track limits on lap 1. Unless it's someone just barrels across and clearly cuts a corner, yeah, you're an idiot. But if it's just dipping a wheel off of track limits on turn 1, lap 1, you've got to give a bit of leeway. You know what I mean? They're racing hard. At that point, it's all guns blazing. So you got to give a bit of leeway. You can't penalise Hamilton for that. And they're not doing. Because they've got the sensible head on the shoulders. And Lewis is all over the back of Verstappen in the Red Bull, you know. How's my day been? All right. I was at work at 6 o'clock, 6:30 this morning. So I'm a bit knackered, really. But still up for the race. How's your day been? Gasly has gone full send on Oscar Piastri there. Wow, Gasly's up to P8 then. Piastri's dropping positions. And look at this then. Norris is on the back of Sainz for P4. Oh, yeah, you see, this is it now. Sainz is going to struggle from now on. I'll tell you what, yeah. Carlos Sainz he ain't going to end up with any points. I'm calling it now. Sainz is just going to fade from here on in. And you know, it's going to be easy meat for Lando Norris and the rest of them. What's the gap between Verstappen and Hamilton? A second. Come on, Lewis. Lap 5 out of 19. Make that lap 6 out of 19. Why is it saying lap 5 on there, but on the telly it's saying lap 6? I don't know. Had a good day. Newcastle won 4-0. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah. Lewis complaining that Max is using all the track and a little bit more. Being a naughty boy out front. Yeah. He's sticking with him. He's sticking with him. Well, a little bit of oversteer there coming out of turn 11. But Lewis looking quick, man. American flag. Yeah, I've got American flag on the stream. Oh, look at this. Norris versus Sainz for 4th again, but he hasn't quite got that straight line speed, even with DRS, to overtake the Ferrari going into turn 12. And the gap between Verstappen and Hamilton is now 1.4 seconds, 1.5. Hamilton's dropping off the back as Verstappen weathered the storm. Lag. I know, yeah. Is it lagging? Nah. 1.6. No. It's live. We're live. It's all right. I don't know. Either the lap counter on that graph is wrong, or it's wrong on Sky Sports. Take your pick. One of them's wrong. Sky Sports is saying we're on lap 7, and this website is saying we're on lap 6. Take your pick. I don't mind. I'm either or. I mean, does it really matter at the end of the day? Oh, wow. I tell you what, that Piastri v Russell battle was hard fought, isn't even the word. That was, they were really wrestling it. As Albon passed Piastri, Piastri's having a shocker. Oscar Piastri's having a shocker. You think Perez lose his seat to Ricardo? Not for next season. Maybe the season after. Maybe for 2025 if you want to wait 18 months. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Norris versus Sainz again. As Sainz's soft tyres fade off. Is he going to prove to be easy meat for Lando Norris? Not yet. He holds on again. Well, I don't know. The Ferrari straight line speed must be epic because he's on tyres that are getting old, and Norris has got DRS and still can't get past him. So I don't understand what's going on. Why Norris can't pass Sainz is a mystery. But meanwhile, Verstappen pulling away from Hamilton. The gap is now 2.3 seconds. Verstappen has weathered the early pace of Lewis Hamilton. He's seen it out, and Lewis is fading. You're not, they might be. I don't know which one's right. I back Sky Sports to probably have it right, though. But yeah, as for Ricardo getting Perez's seat, I'd be very surprised if it happens for next season. You know, I think Perez doesn't have to do a lot to keep that seat for next year. You know, as long as he doesn't make a complete arse of himself in the last 5 races, Perez is in that seat for next year. But for 25, let's have a look. Let's have a look how Ricardo does next year in whatever AlphaTauri is going to be called next year, Hugo Boss Racing or whatever they're going to call it. Let's see how Ricardo does in that seat next season. And let's see what Sergio Perez does, because he's got to have a big comeback season next season. It's been a big disappointment for Sergio Perez, 2023. Perez has to come back a lot stronger next season. And if he doesn't, and Ricciardo is popping off in the B team, they might switch him round by the middle of next season. But we'll see on that. I don't know. I don't know if Ricciardo... Is Ricciardo going to thrash Tsunoda? I don't see it, you know. I'll say right now, I don't see Ricciardo wiping the floor with Tsunoda next season. I mean, if he does, fair enough. Like, you know, you're the guy. But I don't know, man. I think people sleep on Tsunoda. I reckon Tsunoda's decent, you know. As we see right on cue, Tsunoda going round the outside of a Haas. So what's the scenario? Now, we're on lap 9 out of 19. Verstappen leads Hamilton by 2.4 seconds. Then Leclerc's 3.8 behind that. There's Sainz, Norris, Perez, Russell, Gasly, Albon, and Piastri now down to P10. Come on, Alex. One more place to get in the points. Tyres for Sainz going off. They're going off. And Norris is still stuck behind the Ferrari. Never, Barry. They're working on biofuels. So they'll go back to naturally aspirated engines fueled by biofuel. They won't go full electric. Got Formula E for that. But F1's going to be carbon neutral by 2030. And in 2026, the regulations change big time as well. But the full electric, never. They'll go down an alternate route. How is Norris still stuck behind Sainz? The top end speed of that Ferrari must be unbelievable. Nah, he's got to get it done now. Norris has to get the move done on Sainz now. He's down the inside into turn 12. Heavy braking zone, hairpin left. And Norris does get the position finally, as Sainz's tyres are going to be horrible for the next 9 laps. And Sergio Perez is next up to attack Carlos Sainz. Yeah, Verstappen's out front by 3.4 seconds now. He's got this done for. He's got this nailed down. It's still pretty close. This Sainz is still holding on. So Norris hasn't disappeared yet. I don't know. The McLaren's not looked good in this sprint, has it really? I don't think Norris is going to catch Leclerc. I don't know why, but the McLaren's not looked fantastic. Piastri's had a nightmare. Oh, Perez late on the brakes there. He's having a look round the outside in turn 11. But now, surely Sergio Perez with DRS now is going to... DRS and Slipstream's got to pass Carlos Sainz immediately. And yeah, Sainz doesn't even bother defending it. Perez is already passed by the time they hit the braking zone. Perez is up to P5. So it's Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris, Perez, top 5. Then Sainz on the soft tyres starting to fade now in P6. Next up, George Russell, P7. Gasly is in the final points paying position in P8. Albon 9th at Piastri 10th as Zhou passes Magnussen for 17th at the back. Where's Ricciardo 13th? Tsunoda's 16th. Magnussen and Zhou must be side by side. There's probably more chance of Perez catching Norris than there is Norris catching Leclerc, I would think. Oh yeah, we are. We're seeing a replay of this Zhou Guanyu and Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, Zhou with a sweet little switchback. Oh, they're not side by side round this double right-hander, are they? Oh, no, Magnussen just squeezes him out. Well, they're battling for tooth and nail for P17. You got to respect it. That livery does look sweet on the Red Bull, I've got to say. That Red Bull looking sweet. Yeah, Verstappen's cleared Hamilton by 4. But, right, Lewis can end up P2, yeah, but that's strong. That's a strong result, that. And bodes well for the race tomorrow. It bodes very well for the race tomorrow. With Verstappen starting P6 tomorrow. If Verstappen gets held up, you never know. I think tomorrow's game on. Because Verstappen's not massively quicker. Maybe, Max could get stuck tomorrow. Unofficial Sprint World Championship. Don't, Crofty. Don't make an overcomplicated thing even more complicated. In an already overcomplicated sport. George Russell closing up on the back of Sainz for P6. You see Dem stream the Arsenal game from George. Oh, yeah. Yes, Aways. How we doing, bro? Big Robbie. I'm going to have to start losing some weight, aren't I? I don't want to be known as Big Robbie. I'm not that fat. When people start putting big before your name, you know it's time to get on a diet, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Oh, here comes George Russell down the inside then. Sainz can do nothing about it. Oh, I'll tell you what, Sainz is going to get the switch back. Oh, the battle rages on. Down the hill we go, then into the S's. And Sainz holds on. Sweet little switchback. Russell was a bit late on the brakes and went for the lunge. Sainz has got the nice sweetback, but... yeah. Yes, Jade. One-eye commentator, why so much about the English driver? Hey? I've just been talking about Zhou Guanyu and Kevin Magnussen fighting for P17. I'm talking about the English driver because he's the one going for the move right now. This is where the battle is. My favourite driver's Thai. And my second favourite driver is Australian. And my third favourite driver is Spanish. So put that in a spliff. Five laps to go in this sprint. Oh, look at this. Whoa, we've got some action here. Lance Stroll defending P12 from Daniel Ricciardo. Has Ricciardo gone round the outside? Go on then, Danny. I don't think they're fighting for any points. Where are they? Yeah, Ricciardo's P12. I don't know, Jeff. Asser. Bit of sending off. Red card. I saw him go off, but I thought they were bringing a sub on, Jeff. Have you not been pumping up Hamilton? No, when? Listen, I want to see anyone other than Verstappen win a race for a change. I'll cheer on anyone that's it doesn't matter who's in P2 challenging Verstappen. I am cheering on that driver. I do not care. If someone is putting pressure on Verstappen for the win, they're getting my support, because man's won every single week for 2 years straight, and I am through with it. So, you know what I mean? Whether it's Lewis or anybody else putting pressure on Verstappen at the start of a race, I am fully behind the cause. Hamilton don't need pumping up. Yeah, he's 7 championships deep. He's all right. It'd just make a change, though, wouldn't it? I would like to see Lewis win again. It's been too long. I reckon he's got every chance tomorrow as well. But I was cheering on the Leclerc lunge in turn 1. If you've been here since the beginning of the stream, I wanted Leclerc on full lunge settings in turn 1. I don't mind. I just want it to be close. I tell you what, Crofty's right. Science is doing a great job on those tyres, because I thought Science had faded much more than he has done. I would have put money on Science not getting points here. If Science holds on for a couple of points in the sprint, then fair play. He's the only driver who's risked a set of soft tyres. Everybody else on the mediums, and he's going to get a couple of points out of it. He'd have probably been hoping for more. He'd have probably been hoping to make up 3 or 4 positions at the start, which didn't happen. But I thought he would have faded badly. And he's only lost a couple of positions to Norris and Perez. So fair play to Sainz. We're on board with Max Verstappen cruising out front. Cruising. He's weathered the storm of Hamilton's early charge. And he's 6.5 seconds in the lead. He's cruising round. It's easy. And it's a beautiful Sector 1 as well at Circuit of Americas. Especially driving that Red Bull. 6.3 seconds is the lead. And that's also the gap between second and third as well. But the nearest battle on track is Russell on the back of Sainz for P6. Oh, has George Russell got a time penalty? I didn't even clock that, you know. So George Russell's going to get a 5-second penalty. Oh my God, yeah. So they're saying that Albon's going to be incredibly close to scoring a point. He's 7 seconds behind Russell. He needs to be within 5. Brutal. Russell's going to get the penalty and still hold on to P8, which will be a point. Only 2 laps to go now. I don't see it being, and I hope it's not, but I don't see it being a walk in the park for Max tomorrow to come through from P6. I mean, watch it be. I mean, watch him be in the lead by lap 10, but I don't know if it's going to be a walk in the park. Come on, Alex. Alex might scrape a point out of this. Alex might scrape a point out of this. Come on, Alex. Driver of the day, Carlos Sainz, for holding on to a set of soft tyres. If Sainz holds off George Russell, standing ovation. No, he's done well, though. He's done well at Sainz. Piastri had a stinker of a first half dozen laps. I didn't even realise Lance Stroll's retired from the race. Did they even put that on the TV pictures? I feel like the TV directors completely ignored that Lance Stroll is not even in the race anymore. They didn't even put him on the posters at the circuit either. They put Felipe Drugovich on the billboards instead of Lance Stroll. He's done for. 1.4. At the moment, George Russell, because Russell's got a 5-second time penalty, so Gasly will be promoted to P7. You only get points for being in the top 8 in the sprint, so it's between Russell and Albon, basically, for the final point. If Albon's within 5 seconds of Russell at the finish, then Albon will get the P8. What's the gap at the moment? About 5.5. It's close. It's close. It's going to be close. I hope Alex does get the final point. He deserves it in that Williams. Driving the wheels off that Williams this season. But here we go then. It is, yet again, your man. And again. Oh my God. I'm fed up of saying it this season. But Verstappen wins again. You know the drill. You know the drill. But it might not be easy. It might not be an easy day tomorrow for him from P6. You know, if he still wins it, fair enough. But he's going to have a serious fight in his hands tomorrow. But Verstappen wins the sprint at the US Grand Prix. Hamilton secures P2 in the Mercedes. Sainz has held off Russell. But Albon's not close enough to get the final point. Russell holds on to the final point despite the penalty. So it's ended up Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris has finished 4th. Perez, Sainz, Gasly and Russell round out the top 8. Albon just missing out in P9. Piastri ended up P10. Ocon 11th. Ricciardo 12th, then Alonso, Snowder, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Show, Magnussen, Sargent, and Stroll didn't finish. So that's the sprint. That was decent. I think the first half of the sprint was better than the second half of the sprint. The first 9 laps were better than the last 9 laps. Put it that way. Yeah, decent in it a way. Yeah. It's always a work in progress, but It's not too bad. Yeah, Lewis is happy with that P2. He was strong, especially in that first half dozen laps. Lewis was on a par with Verstappen. It's see, this is what they've got to do. The Mercedes have got to finish this season strong and carry that over into next year, you know, and really put the fight to Red Bull next season. And if Mercedes can't do it, then please, McLaren or Ferrari, you know, give him a fight next year, please. Please give him a fight. Gasly! Did Gasly get a point? Gasly got 2 points. Get in. Pierre Gasly! Aye, fair play, man. You know, Gasly's done well, right? Who's driver of the day? Is it Verstappen? No, I was joking before, but I probably will give it Sainz for holding on to that set of soft tyres and holding on to P6 on a set of tyres that must have felt horrendous. I'll give it Sainz. Look at that Red Bull in that US Grand Prix livery. Red Bull looking sweet. But yeah, Verstappen wins again. But tomorrow, join me. I'll be live from 7:30 p.m. UK time for the proper Grand Prix itself. Yeah, I'll be live for the US Grand Prix tomorrow. Race starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. I will be live from 7:30 onwards. It's going to be Charles Leclerc on pole. It's going to be Lando Norris on the front row. It's going to be Hamilton from third. And it's going to be Max Verstappen, who's going to start down in 6th position. Can he come through and win tomorrow? If he does, hats off to you. Hats off to you. But I don't know. Lewis has got some pace. And if McLaren can turn up tomorrow and Leclerc can have a strong race, you just never know. The US Grand Prix might go to a different team. My driver of the day, Sargent, for not getting lapped. Driver of the day, it's Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll, driver of the day, every day. Right, I will see you tomorrow. Please do drop a like on your way out and subscribe if you're into Formula One. I'm live tomorrow night, 7:30. See you tomorrow. Peace out. In a bit.